Is that what this shirt looks like? No, this is
Yeah,
this
man,
is my workout shirt. It's my grandpa's actually workout shirt.
You got a party shirt. I like it. I figured, you get your hair done, you take the headphones off, you finish recording, and just go right out, right out to the party at Tulum. In Mexico, they like to celebrate 4th of July.
My buddy's going salsa dancing.
Nice.
So,
there you go.
This isn't my party shirt.
Well, we're about to party for LukaNation. And here we are. It's a 4th of July episode, guys. You didn't think we were going to mail it in today and not do an episode. So, got my Yankee shirt on. Right now, the Yankees are up 5-4 on the Mets. They got just demoralized yesterday. No hit for most of the game, which is never a good thing. But
Yankee conspiracy theory. Okay, Gerrit Cole was never good until he went to the Astros, and the Astros have scandalous history. And he started to have the spin rate of the ball really went up when he was. This is a Twitter conspiracy theory. So he went to the Astros. He got really good. Apparently, they helped him with the spin rate. And now they're checking everybody for stuff, and Gerrit Cole's been playing horrible. Any truth to that?
If you started off by saying Gerrit Cole was never good before going to the Astros, I have to say false. Right, because this was a number 1 draft pick, right? I mean, he was a stud college pitcher, and he was a big prospect coming out for the Pirates. I remember when he was drafted, his face was on like the Bowman boxes and stuff like that. So he was always. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to pan out. I mean, there are a lot of obviously number 1 picks that don't pan out. Did he get significantly better with the Astros? Sure. I mean, spin rate is a lot, obviously, but it's not everything, But yeah, I mean, listen, I'll buy into it, right? I'll buy into that. Whatever they were doing, sticky stuff, you name it. I'm sure it helped. I mean, look, the batting average has gone up. This is the problem with baseball. And I mean, we can, that sentence, you can start off, this is the problem with baseball, and I can go like 50 different directions with it because it has so many problems, but they overcorrect. We were talking at the beginning of the year how, they basically had a juiced ball last year, and they admitted to using a different ball. And they, the offense was just terrible to start the season off. There were a couple people who were hitting well, but basically everybody's numbers were down. The batting average were down. There were there were a ton of no hitters. It was the kind of thing you used to see a couple times a season, maybe. And they were they were happening a couple times per week, in the beginning of this year. And batting average was, historically low. And what they do, they said, we're going to go take care of the sticky stuff. And it swings the pendulum exactly the other direction. Now people are,
mashing.
Yeah, people are mashing, definitely. But beyond that, now the story is performance-enhancing drugs. No, it's sticky stuff on the balls and people cheating. No matter what, it becomes like a cheating thing, right? And the Astros will never live that down. The pitchers will never let it down. Now you're basically going to have a host of people questioning the success of all of the good pitchers over the last couple of years. And was it really sticky stuff or was it not? I mean, it's sad. It really is. I heard Tom Glavine talking the other day, basically saying, that everybody used stuff, right? That he was, he didn't use this stuff, and he would have loved to have had this, spider tack or whatever it is. And Phil Hughes is on Twitter saying, I wish I had some spider tack, but he said that his favorite was the either Hubba Bubba or the Bazooka gum, like the gum that they had, the chewing gum, and that whatever was the sugariest one, like Bazooka, which, as a kid, you hate it because it lost its flavor after like 3 chews, but it was so sugary that basically you would chew it and then go to the mouth and have sticky from the gum. You know what I mean? And
Sugar.
Are we going to ban Bazooka gum from baseball now? I mean, what's next? Are we ban hot dogs? So, obviously, basically the point that he was trying to make was, that this has been going on forever. There have been shine balls and spit balls and all kinds of stuff. And now it's not a, banned substance being put on the ball, pine tar, now it's stuff, sunscreen. Is that a problem? I mean, it's just odd, right? Because baseball's been around for a really long time. It's been around for, longer than most of these other ones. And I guess, with that, you have not just unwritten rules, but you also have, you also have silliness. You also have the stuff. Baseball's played for a very long season, and in a lot of places it's cold. And I don't know if I'm a batter, and I got a guy up there who's throwing the ball 100 miles per hour on a cold day, 102, whatever these guys crank it up to. I'm gonna actually tell the ump, let him put some sticky stuff on it because I don't want the ball slipping. I don't want him not to be able to control where he puts it. I don't want the ball coming at my head. You know what I mean? Like it's great that he gets a little advantage, but also I get to stay conscious. So it's a fine line. I don't know why we do that. Listen, here we're talking about baseball. Can I switch it up and
Sure.
be like happy here now?
Please.
It's 4th of July, guys. It's the 4th of July. I still love baseball. I mean, I think baseball, it's an American thing, and you talk about American stuff here on 4th of July. We have a lot of listeners who are not from the United States, not from America. So 4th of July is kind of like it's just a silly, American thing. And I wanted to say how awesome it is, how great it is, how 4th of July. Let's celebrate. It's a great country, freedom, the whole 9 yards. And I wanted to bring a play.
Let's do it.
So what's more American? What's more American than red, white, and blue?
Prism, red, white, and blue.
76. No, Prism, red, white, and blue is a nice play. You can do a red, white, and blue play. I was thinking about that. 76, red, white, and blue, and overeating. Let's say that, right? That's American. Overeating. I mean, we just watched Joey Chestnut eat 76 hot dogs today at the Nathan's hot dog eating competition.
You're bringing him a 76ers play.
Broke his own. No. I'm a 76 play, by the way, and I'll get to that in a second. So what do? We celebrate overeating. We celebrate gluttony. We celebrate that. So the country was founded in 1776. I happen to be a bicentennial baby. A little info there for ourselves. 1976 is when I was born, the 200th birthday of our country.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a big deal. October 14th.
There you go. So fun stuff. So I tried to think, okay, 76, overeating, baseball, red, white, and blue. Can I get something for the folks here that's going to be all of that stuff? And as a play that's kind of like, all right, you can add this. It's novelty. It's fun. It's not, I don't expect these things to double next week, like we did with the Chris Middleton play. But it's more of a fun, let's have a happy, 4th of July episode. And I'll bring you one. So Topps has made baseball cards for a really long time. And obviously in 76, they were making baseball cards. But there have always been these kind of like ancillary, I don't know, call them oddball sets. But there are people who are fans of oddball sets. Different companies make them, Icy Bear, you name it. In the 70s, I think from 75 to 79. So I'll focus on the 76 set. Yeah, obviously we talk about 76. If you happen to be a kid in the 70s and you completed your Topps baseball set, you still wanted to chase, you still wanted to go out there and look for other cards of your favorite guys, there were other ways to do it. And one was Hostess. Hey, Ian's getting some ice over here. There you go. So Hostess, the maker of some of our favorite non-baking desserts like Twinkies and Ho-Hos, and you know all about that, man. When it's late at night, you gotta go grab the Visine and the Twinkies, right? I mean, you know how this works, right? So Hostess put out sets. And we're talking about big sets and sets that are graded by PSA, right? You could actually pull these up in the PSA set registry. And I'll focus on the 76 Hostess baseball card set. It's like a 150 card set. And what's cool about it is because it was 76 and that was a big deal, they went with a red, white, and blue theme. And on the bottom of the card, you have red, white, and blue with the team and the name. And there were some pretty big names in this set. 76 was, a lot of people don't know this, last year that Hank Aaron played. So it's a cool little, like if you're a Hank Aaron collector or you're looking to try to buy a cool Hank Aaron card that's kind of like off the beaten path, there's a Hank Aaron in here, Nolan Ryan, Mike Schmidt, it's Dennis Eckersley, Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley's rookie card. It's his rookie year, 76. You're able to pull down a Hostess rookie card. But what's cool about it from, history lesson, in addition to all these fun things, right, is it was hard to get these. You talk about stories, right? I mean, I remember just a little ancillary from my own youth. I remember in the 90s when cards got big again, and cards were big in the 70s. This comes right after Robin Yount and George Brett were taking baseball by storm. They were rookies in 75. Nolan Ryan was in his prime. Carlton Fisk. I mean, you got some real names. And the tail end of guys like Hank Aaron. In the 90s, Drake's Cakes, not Hostess, but a competitor, Drake's Cakes, they put out cards also in their packages of their little baked goods. But they were doing basketball at the time. Shows you how it changed, right? In the 1992, guys, this isn't the 4th of July play, but it's another little sneaky play. 1992-93 Fleer set. There's a Drake's Cakes variant. Very low pops. You can actually get a Shaq rookie Drake's Cake, the 92 Fleer Shaq Drake's Cake, with some real low pop on those PSA grades because they were inserted in there with the with the little dessert cakes, right? And there was a set of 50, I think is what it was. And you only got 2 cards in the pack. I remember opening those up and going like, oh man, that's not a good one. But if you happen to, because I told you, I'm a dessert guy, right? I opened enough of these. If you happen to see Jeff Hornacek on the Philadelphia 76ers on your pack, Shaq was right behind it. So it was nice to see Jeff Hornacek. You're like, I'm getting a Shaq in this pack. There you go. Because they were, they came in the same number order, two in numerical order. So, yeah, I mean, McDonald's was doing upper deck cards the same year also.
You're really in your bag here. You're really in your bag.
I love this.
You lost me. Like, I don't think any of
so the hostess one, back to the 76 hostess, just so that we're on the same page. Those Drake cakes back then, the hostess, they were like $1.50 per box of these. And they came with a 3-card panel on the back. And you had to cut them. They were like hand cut. So you had to be like a hardcore collector or really like beg your parents, hey, can we like for the summer really go hostess crazy? I mean, a lot of childhood obesity maybe on these things. But to complete a 150-card set, which people did, 150-card set, you had to buy 50 boxes and not get any doubles. You had to like search, hey, what day does the hostess guy come to the supermarket? You get, you buy the set. It costs a lot of money. It was an expensive thing. And if you guys are listening to this and you want to take a pause and a check, you can put it on here for YouTube. Put in 1976. There's the Hank Aaron. Put in 76 and go sort by price and go to the highest price one.
1976 hosted PSA.
Yeah, that's fine. I put the most expensive one. Sort by most expensive. Look at the top one. Someone completed a full set autographed. So it's a 150-card set where all of them are autographed. And this is tough because Thurman Munson was in this set. And he died early. He died while he was playing. And that's a tough autograph to get. That's a really cool set. If you want to take a look at this, take a look at, go on eBay and pull 76 Hostess PSA. And the top one that'll come up, I mean, it's not cheap, but you can get a look at every card. Pete Rose, Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds' dad, Bobby Bonds, just basically every, and they got them, call them Fisk. They got them all autographed. It's a pretty amazing accomplishment. I'm not telling you to go buy this, but guys, if you want to take a look, there are guys that in PSA slabs, mint seven, near mint 7s, 6s, authentic slabs, cheaper than bulk grading. I'm talking about like $10. I'm talking like $9. Dave Winfield, I think, is in this. I was looking before and I'm like, wow, this is a really cheap way of getting like a cool 76 American overeating, kind of play. And I don't own any of these PSA encapsulated. You can get a raw set. You can do whatever you like. But I just thought it was cool to kind of point out some fun, some history, some ancillary baseball card stuff because, it's baseball. It's 4th of July. So there you go. Just take a look at those. I mean, if I were looking to buy one of these, the Hank Aaron is really cool. You just showed a Hank Aaron PSA 10. I think it was only like $500. You don't need to buy a PSA 10. Mm-hmm. 10s are really hard on these because, first of all, they were cut off of boxes. So the kids had to be cutting these. A lot of people kept them as 3-card panels. The boxes were dented and dinged as it is. And here's a fun one. I mean, some of these were inserted in actual Twinkie packs. The Twinkie ones have like a little black stripe on the back of them, if memory serves. But you had a Twinkie on it. I mean, it was like inserted with like a dessert cake, so it's all like stained and so it's hard to get these things in really good condition. But if you're looking for them, if you happen to want to add a cool, low pop 1970s baseball card with a little American red, white, and blue flair to it, this is a cool set.
That's kind of a cool July 4th play.
That's it. Little 4th of July.
Should we cut the episode? Should we cut the episode here? I mean, that's perfect.
No, dude. Listen, there are red, white, and blue prisms. I mean, Topps does an Independence Day variant now where they put like red, white, and blue card. They put like little red stars on, depending on which variant they do. There's a lot of cool ways to celebrate 4th of July. It's but that was just one that I thought of. A little off the beat.
You know how I celebrate 4th of July? I think about
Mexico.
I hang out in Mexico. And I think about business and what could happen in the sports card industry moving forward and the ripple effects of the Golden PSA merger. And I'm going to stay right on tune with that because I've said it for a while. I think there's going to be consolidation in the space. I think that's going to happen because private companies, are underpriced relative to what other assets are priced at, and you could gain a competitive advantage. So why do I say that? And this is a play you should push back on.
You're announcing here that you're purchasing.
We are buying Beckett grading services. Lucas, Tigers, and Bronze will now be Cages, Andrews, and Beckett's.
Oh my!
I think Beckett's going to be bought next. I really do. And I think Beckett right now is under the radar. I believe that wholeheartedly. And I think I have on good authority that Beckett right now is being shopped around. Okay? And it makes perfect sense because as much as people say that this PSA and Golden merger is a conflict of interest, it's a monopoly, it has some of those features. But in another way, I truthfully believe it could be better for consumers. It could be better for the market if there is another behemoth that could compete with them. And maybe a PWCC and Beckett, a Heritage of Beckett, a grading company and an auction house that's able to unload slabs. People think that's a conflict of interest. I think for a consumer who's able to submit cards, get them graded, and unload them with a consignor quickly, there are benefits to that. It's not the only way, but it's one way. And I think that's going to happen. And I'm looking at BGS 10s. Let's just use the LeBron Topps Chrome, okay? That BGS 10 was a $60,000 card, $50,000 card.
Well, if the PSA 10s were 40, it's definitely 50 sounds accurate. I don't know how many of them sold, but yeah, it sounds accurate.
Now those BGS 10s are 18,000, 20,000. That's one example. I'm not saying to go out and buy BGS 10, but you could go all the way down the rabbit hole with that. And I think BGS 10 specifically are really underpriced. Another one is the Kobe Topps paper. There are a ton of PSA 10s out there, tons, thousands. There's less than 100 BGS 10s. And BGS has gotten a beating. There's no question about it. But if I've seen anything, it's that this consolidation is kind of like buy the hype, sell the news. I can't imagine that BGS, nothing happens with BGS in the next 12 months. And I think it's going to have an effect on their slabs, which have been beaten down. And I would.
So how does them getting bought make the 10s more valuable?
Well, I think the reason that the 10s have fallen, and I think why BGS grades have fallen, Cage, is because the brand equity of that company is in question. People have lost confidence in BGS. People don't know the direction of the company. The company hasn't come out and said anything. So it seems like they're not related, but they're very much related. When people see that PSA is becoming a behemoth, they're like, I could trust in those slabs. That company's going to be around. I want to own more slabs, and that increases demand. So, if there's a partnership or a merger with a big auction house, I think that benefits BGS slabs because now you're like, it has the brand equity, and I know what the future looks like for that company.
So let's just take it through, right? You think Heritage or somebody like that buys BGS. How do they also sell PSA cards in their auction house? Because they say, don't worry about it. We're going to keep them all, arm's length, you name it. Do we now have where Golden / PSA Golden is only selling PSAs and Heritage is only selling Beckett? What's your version on that? Because that would be kind of silly.
I don't think that happens. That would be silly, but I'm not going that far in. That's step 9, where I'm talking about if BGS is bought. I think that's step 3 or 4, and I do believe that's going to happen. And if we just even put that aside, Cage, look at BGS cards, man. They've been beaten down. Yeah. BGS 10s are a really, really rare card. They should not be priced the way they are. Right around a PSA 10 in price?
Yeah, well, I think that's because a lot of people have come into this hobby in the last year and a half, 2 years, and PSA has become the standard bearer. People just say, all right, I want a card in a PSA 10 because that's what people want. That's where there's going to be more demand for them. And, people, I'm not saying, look, if you put a BGS 10 next to a PSA 10, people should, because of the scarcity of the whole deal, should pay more or select at the same price the BGS 10. But
right.
A lot of people like the PSA slab, man. A lot of people, not just the look of it, but just the fact that right now, and again, this could change, but the fact that right now, PSA is where people go to slab their cards. It's where people go to have, it's become the standard slab. And
well,
BGS is not.
It could be me. It could be me getting in front of a moving train. It frankly can. It's a very contrarian play.
Yeah.
But sometimes when everyone is looking right, I was watching Lucky Number 11. It's the Kansas City Shuffle. You look left, everyone's looking left, you look right. So there might be an angle there. As much as all of that's true, PSA has been the standard bearer. There are some not so happy customers about this whole PSA thing. There are a lot of customers that PSA has lost, frankly. They're like, dude, this company's whatever. They're going to say they're going to open up their subs in July 1st. They decided not to. They're pretty dishonest. They've lost customers. So as much as PSA is the shining star of the hobby, I think there is an opportunity, right? We're all opportunists to buy a BGS. And you guys know how much I dislike BGS.
Yep.
But there's an opportunity to buy premium cards at a significant discount to PSA. And those are just two examples: the Kobe Topps rookie and the BGS and the BGS 10 Topps Chrome. Another one, I was talking to a friend. This is probably out of people's price range. The Michael Jordan Fleer 1986. So like a PSA 10 is $270,000. Okay, but a BGS 9.5,
nothing.
Nothing. But it looks just as nice as some PSA 10s.
Yep.
And then if you could find one with a 10 centering, I'm saying that as much as, yes, we have recency bias, that's what's been happening. PSA is the number one. That's changed. That's fluctuated, right?
Yeah, it has.
And I think it's worth it considering. I think it's worth a look, especially if you're a high-end buyer.
You know what card I would pay a slight premium for right now to go BGS 10 instead of PSA 10? It's a card I'm actually looking at. Grabbing myself.
Kobe Topps Chrome rookie?
Giannis Prism rookie.
Yes,
I think that's a good one.
It's a great one.
BGS 10.
It's a great one.
It's not that there's overpopulation in the PSA 10, but there just aren't nearly as many BGS 10s as there are PSA 10s. So
one of our community members has one for sale. I was literally going to message him. Boston Authentic, a really good guy in the hobby. So he has one on his story. If you want to take a look,
I don't know if I want to pay that premium though.
The Boston Authentic premium.
Yeah, he's asking $3,000 for it. Little out of my range, but not that high.
What are the comps?
Well, I mean, you were talking about the card last week that the PSA 10 was 12 and change and moved up to 1,800 and change. So even if it's $2,000 now, I don't want to pay a 50% premium for a BGS 10. Might be worth it. Might be worth it in the long run. Especially when you're talking about the difference in population. But I'd rather have 3 PSA 10s than 2 BGS 10s. And that's really what that's too much of a premium for me. But I mean, maybe that's negotiable. Maybe that's just the people put for sale price up. I don't know how firm it is or stuff like that. But yes, Boston Authentic does have one. I saw that in his story sale too. So he's doing a good job getting it out there.
Hey guys, we do an episode every day. If we did a weekly one, I would try to come on here with a bit more research. But we do one every day, so I bring you as much of information as I can, and then I hope that you guys could kind of take it and run with it. So it's really simple. A lot of you guys are card ladder customers. Pull up, open 2 tabs of the same exact card: BGS 10, a BGS 9.5, and a PSA 10, and just look at how they're trading. What percentage of a PSA 10 is a BGS 9.5, and if you go and do that for 20, 30 cards, you'll see there's some arbitrage opportunities.
Yeah, I think your play really is just if it doesn't matter what card it is. If you're out there looking for a card, guys, if you're out there looking at a card, whoever it may be, whether it's a Kobe, whether it's a LeBron, whether it's you want to buy Chris Middleton now or whatever it is, right? Before you hit buy on the PSA 10, see if there are BGS 10s out there for not that significant of a premium. And it may be worth pulling the trigger on that for a 10% or a 20% or whatever it is, premium on top of the PSA 10 for you to get what may be a nicer looking card, definitely a lower pop card. And then vice versa. I think the flip side to what you're saying is maybe you can buy the BGS 9.5 of the same card and get it for 30 or 35% of the price in some instances. And it's not that the drop off shouldn't be that much. So I get what you're saying.
But the 10 is my play today is specifically the pristine. The 9.5s do hold value, but the pristine ones are, especially for iconic cards, they're still respected. They really are still respected. Like if you buy a Jordan Fleer BGS 10, that's a respected card. Why did you make that face?
Pull up, because I don't know how many there are or if any. I've never seen.
There definitely are. There are 1 or 2. There are some. I don't know how many. I don't like the BGS website. It's hard to find the pop report.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the problem, isn't it? That's part of the problem.
But those are so easily fixable, though, too, with a merger, with a competitive advantage, with a company who's like, I don't know anything, and this isn't a PWCC, sorry to name them, but they have a good tech. They have a really good platform. Their website's really functional. So, if they come in and they partner, it's a win-win. I think it's a win-win for the hobby. If we're gonna go from the episode of The Office, win-win-win. PWCC wins, Beckett wins, customers win, the industry wins. I think it's good stuff. I really do. I think it's for the better.
I could just start another paper company. You know,
I have no shortage of names.
I have no shortage of names.
Michael, that's one of them.
That's one of them, exactly. So how's the sound quality today? This is a brand new, never used. I took it out of a case. You know, a little cord here. It's good. It's good. I hear no snare in my headphones. No snare. There's no.
You got a new phone? You got a new phone, or you got new headphones?
Just new headphones. Just new headphones. Got to deliver today.
Them? You bought new headphones?
Bought new headphones because the ones I was using yesterday, I couldn't hear anything in my left ear, and I'm like, okay, this is problematic.
It's time.
I don't want card porn coming after me, so I figured it's worth the $19.
Did you go to the Apple store? No.
Yes, Apple store. Yes. Apple
On Sunday they were open today.
Not only were they open, they delivered. Wow. Same day delivery. That's incredible. 4 pairs. I bought 4 pairs of them. One for everyone in the family. One for everybody in the family. Even though everyone has AirPods, it doesn't matter. So
let's have some fun.
Right? Yeah,
I want to have fun. Real quick, 60-second segment. Rohan was tweeting at people asking them for suggestions of what to do with TopShot. You're CEO of TopShot. What do you recommend? What utility would you layer on?
Oh my God, so many things. So many if I'm CEO of TopShot, I change so many things. So utility wise, I partner with the teams and the league. Real easy, real low hanging fruit. Right? If you're a TopShot person, and your collector score is X, anything, like anyone who's spent more than $500 or $1,000 there, whatever collector score you need to get that, they should partner with the league. They already are. Get a discount code, 20% off for the league pass next year. That's great. The league should give them that in a second, right? It saves, what's league pass? $150, $200, something like that. It saves everybody money. The league is getting a new subscriber. They're going to get somebody who gets it. You're getting utility. You're getting a value, and you're able to get the NBA league pass. You're getting people being bigger fans watching, and they get to pay a little less for the league pass. I know you're in Mexico, and TV's all free there, even pay-per-view, so it doesn't matter. But here in America, we have to pay for these things. And I'm talking about getting every game. You know what I'm talking about, right? The NBA league pass. They should do that. So you got to give up your. How about the NBA store? People like to buy jerseys. People like to buy, products and whatnot from the NBA store. Give people a discount code on that. Once you reach a certain, collector score, everybody, boom, here you go. You get a discount. It's
League
easy.
Pass. The League Pass TopShot partnership would be super fascinating. That's a cool one.
Why not? I mean, and they already partnered with the NBA. Why wouldn't the NBA do that? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't the NBA, say, okay, yeah, as part of our partnership, here you go right ahead. I mean, they're still making money on it because they're going to get another subscriber. So, I mean, just things like that where they can partner and then partner with the teams, right? Every team has a VIP section. Every team has a VIP, thing that they do. I was reading the Orlando Magic have for their VIP ticket holders. They have like early access to the shoot around and the team high five. So if somebody has an Orlando Magic score, right? They should wind up, offering someone through the Magic, discounted tickets and access to those VIP things, high five with the team, on the way out when they do their warm ups or something like that. I guess they probably just seats where they're coming out. You can give people high fives and stuff. I mean, discounted tickets, early tickets. The Nets do for their VIPs like a ticket upgrade thing, right? Washington D.C. The Wizards have their own VIP stuff. So, I mean, they should be partnering with the teams. You don't think Mark Cuban would do something? I mean, they had their own NFT, right? They could do. There's just so many things you can do with that where it's cheap, easy, low hanging fruit utility that gets added onto those things. And look, you want to go deeper? Jeremy Padower, give me a call. I got some ideas. You know what I mean? TopShot should partner with some tangible stuff. I mean, you want to get crazy. I know everybody wants to separate the tangible from the non-tangible, right? But Jeremy and his toy company should be making starting lineup type toys to match up a new set of moments. Cosmic Series 2, who wouldn't want to have the serial number limited edition of their moment? Whether it's LeBron dunking or the Kobe dunk, who wouldn't want that, right? Go a step further, right? Why not partner? You don't have to be enemies with the card companies, right? NBA has a Panini contract. Why not make card versions of the next series of TopShot, right? Have the moment in the card. Have a picture of the card and then do a TopShot branding of it. I mean, I could spend probably 5 hours giving you ideas on this, and there's just so many they can do, and they're not doing any of it. They're just sitting back and doing nothing, which is sad because as they sit back and do nothing, they lose people, they lose market participants, they lose the community that they had built up, and the prices of the moments continue to go down, 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 which is sad because ultimately, the valuation of those things is what's going to keep people. And they can easily bolster the value of stuff by adding in or layering in the type of utility that I just mentioned that costs very little. So that would be what I would do. Any other fun segment?
No, you were gonna have some fun. What did you want to bring up?
I was some fun. Can we give these guys an announcement of my whereabouts on Tuesday? And our
new, 100%. Go for it. Yeah.
So I'll let Andrew give like the official announcement type of stuff. But Tuesday, anybody who's anywhere near the New York City area, Tuesday night, July 6th, I will be at Bleecker Trading at a trade event. I went to their one last month. I'm going to be there this month, on Tuesday, making some trades. Anybody who wants to be there, you RSVP straight to Bleecker. And if you want any specific cards, you want to do a trade with me, let me know. Send me a message and say, hey, I collect this. You want to trade with me, buddy? Okay, we'll trade later. So you tell me what you want to trade. Tell me what kind of cards to bring. You want basketball, football, graded, raw, you name it. I'll bring some stuff. We'll trade in person at Bleecker, and it should be
New York City needs a card shop.
Well, it's right like Christopher and Bleecker. It's a really cool location. It's a real cool spot. They got an outdoor spot. A lot of cool folks, were there last time, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun this time. But yeah, we want to trade in person. We want to just come hang out. We'll tell some stories. We'll do some fun stuff, and that's this Tuesday. So 2 days, Bleecker Trading.
And you're going to be doing breaks.
Ooh, yeah, we can talk about that too.
So your back's going to hurt on Wednesday.
So guys, for Bleecker Trading, Bleecker's going to be a new partner for Luka's Tigers and Bronze. You're going to see us, doing events like this and appearing, Andrew and myself, for Bleecker Trading over the next year, and so on. And it's listen, I had a lot of fun when I was there last month, and I can't wait to go on Tuesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yes, one of our current partners and our continuing partner, Starstock, who you guys know about, we do a Starstock episode. We've partnered with those guys for a little more than 6 months now. Yep. They are moving into breaks, and we had Scotty Greenberg on here, the CEO of Starstock. He talked about why they're moving into breaks. And for anybody who wants to get into breaks, they will be breaking from Bleecker Trading on Tuesday. So you get a nice little, if you're there for the trade event, you get a nice little behind the scenes. But the cherry on top, because I will be there in person and we'll be doing breaks, we will be doing a break. LukaNation will be live for a break. We'll be breaking a 2018 Prism box. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's fun stuff, right? It'll be fun to break. And I think our break is at 10 p.m. Their breaks
NBA,
go on.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
NBA?
Their breaks go on for pretty much the whole the course of the evening. They're breaking several products. You can check out what their breaks are on the Starstock page and get in on any. And if you happen to get into the 10 p.m. slot for the 2018 Prism, that's gonna be us narrating the break, telling you what you got, telling you what we think of those cards. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be like when Logan Paul broke the box of Pokemon, and every card was worth $45,000. That card's worth $1 million. That card's worth $1 billion. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be
my favorite break we did was the Marvel break. That was a fun one. That was the last break we did. LukaNation came. They repped. The breaks are gonna be fun, Cage. It's not something that we typically do. But we thought, why not? It's a good way to learn. It's a good way to try something else out, build a little rapport with the audience. So take it easy on us. I hope the big Baba Ganoush rips some. What are you going for? Are you going for DeAndre Ayton's now?
All Ayton all day. You know me, man. I want a one-on-one Devontae Graham. I want Devontae Grahams. I want Devontae all day.
You're still on Devontae?
No, I want people to pull Lukas. I want Lukas and Trays. Oh my, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, man, I mean, the breaking should be a lot of fun. We had Scotty on, and we asked him whether or not we could do some breaks with him, and he's giving us a little trial run. So it should be fun. We're going to be there with the Star Stock crew on Tuesday night. So a couple little, fun things. If you're local and you want to do the trade night, check out Bleecker Trading. They're on Instagram. They have an RSVP for their, for the trade night on their site. And if you're not local and you want to do some breaks, check out Star Stock Breaks and get on there and jump into one of those breaks. Should be some fun. Any other announcements, man? Any other fun stuff?
Dude, it just all of this wouldn't be possible if we didn't have that really loyal fan base of LukaNation. Because a lot of what we have now is because of them sharing, engaging, commenting. It's funny, like the fam group is one of our most active groups, and that has nothing to do with cards. That's just we've kind of become like virtual friends to each other. We support each other. It's kind of like, hey, you could do it. Take it easy. Like try this, try that. So it's cool. Like I would have never in a million years thought that two guys like us talking on a podcast about a year ago would have resulted in all of these opportunities. And it's a true testament that we care about you guys. We want you guys to win. We want you guys to make fucking money. Take your families on beautiful vacations. No, I mean that because like winning, a part of winning is being financially free. It really is. And I wish that for our community. I really do. One of our community members. One of our community members is doing the snowball theory that I brought up, like 60 episodes or 100 episodes ago, like 200 episodes ago. Wow. And he started with a Zion Prism. Literally, that was his first card. He got that in December 2020, and he's doing that like compounding thing. So it's just cool to watch. It's cool that you guys support us. Thank you. Cage, take it across the finish line.
Yeah, man. Listen, so my dreams, I love having your dreams. You share them also, but my dreams are smaller. I mean, LukaNation, you hear about breaks? Let us know what you want to break. Maybe we'll make this a weekly thing. Maybe we can do some breaks. We do some LukaNation breaks with the Star Stock crew.
They want to break whatever gives them a one-of-one Luka so that they can go and pay off their debts. That's what people want.
Listen, football season's coming up. People want some Herberts. People are going to want some Trevor Lawrence. Ian pulls fire. And maybe I'll have to bring him for a Star Stock.
You might have to bring Ian. You might have to bring Ian.
Yeah, might have to let Ian do some breaks. Everybody,
guys,
wins.
Please don't get into breaks if you're one of those people like me that are going to hate yourself for spending the money. Please only do it if it's fun. I mean that. I don't. You know how passionate I am about this, like, because I'm a gambler, and it's so like breaks are an element of gambling if you don't go into it with the right mindset. I want people to go into it having fun.
So that's why you should do breaks that we're doing, because I'm guaranteeing fun. I'm guaranteeing fun in the breaks. That's the deal. Here's your guarantee. The Cage guarantee. You will have fun in the breaks. Anything else, man? Do you want to say anything nice about anybody else in the hobby so that they can quote it and put it out there and stuff like that? I mean, you are a market mover. You say things about people and boom, it's in stories.
Fine, I'll go this route. You were 100% wrong to date about Gary V's V friends. On the secondary market, all of his moments, I'm talking TopShot, all of his V friends, all of his doodles have appreciated. So say what you want about the man, but he took care of it. He took care of business, and people that have invested in the V friends are profiting on the secondary market.
Is it fair to say that they've gone 2x in Ethereum but have remained flat in actual cash value? Because
no,
when they were
unfair.
When they
unfair.
were
Please don't
Ethereum was 4,000 and now it's 2. So are you valuing the appreciation in ETH or in actual money?
In both.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, that is I will take that for right now. They are appreciating and they are doing their thing. But everybody remember, many NFTs appreciated in their first couple months as well. And we shall see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I should go buy one. Are you telling me I should buy the Podcast Puma or whatever it was? Podcast Panther? No? Is that what you're telling me now? You want me to go buy a Podcast Panther? No. No? Is it still a no?
I'm not sure.
Guys, listen, enjoy 4th of July. Hopefully you're listening to this. And maybe, if you listen to it early, the fireworks are in your future. And everybody be safe out there. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day with your family. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.